Okay, well, I'm back, and as you can see, my hair is actually growing back as well. So let's get right into it. This class, we were to develop a plan for STLCC. It's a mock plan of my capstone, and it's called Updating Education. The company is St. Louis Community College, and here I give some background information about St. Louis Community College being established in 1962 and the problem statement of them, their revenue being less than their gross profit. So this is their problem, and here you can see how the admissions rate has been dropping dramatically over the past few years. We talk about the expansion to India, how if they were to just get a certain amount of people that they would come out of debt, and to target India is a great thing, and this is the plan. We talk about competitors, how India has a college called Ivy Tech Community College, which actually can offer the same things that St. Louis Community College can offer, and it will be cheaper because they don't have to pay out of international fees. Okay, then we have our product service analysis, talking about how STLCC should operate and how their new system should operate with the old, and this is a diagram of how the data flow will happen. We have our quantitative analysis, talking about the male-female ratio, and also based off of federal, state, and probation. Then we have our target audience, which is, we decided to target Tar Jail in Delhi. They have a small prison population compared to America, but nevertheless they have a large one, and this would be a great starting point for STLCC to understand the process. And the process is very tedious, but it is very profitable. And actually, it's not really that tedious. It just takes a little focus and a little organization. And here we have it plotted on the map. We have a promotional event where I offer time off your sentence, and you get a laptop, first place, or $1,000 towards your legal fees. And I have a possible advertisement, and this is the possible advertisement that we could put out. We have our target audience, male, female, judging the ratio. And as you can see, men are greatly populated in the state and federal compared to the women. And we have our expense for the promotional event. And we see that the maximum that could be paid out is basically $240 million. But a little bit of that is the cost of the expansion. We have our sampling size of male-female ratio. Then we have a lotto analyst where we see that 4%, women have a 4% chance of getting picked if they don't have even numbers. So therefore we will do a even draw, which is 40,056 people divided evenly among men and women, and the likelihood, again, proven in a pie graph. Then we have our bias analysis, which is proving the 4%. And we have our expansion, which is why we should expand to India as a form of practice to get perfect and maybe use it domestically. Then we have our growth analysis, where I talk about all the things that need to happen to make this, like having a lockdown browser and so on. And we have our enrollment estimated by age and status. And as you can see, there is a majority of part-time and people 14 to 24 that are enrolling in college. And that is our target audience. And unfortunately, that is the same target audience that we have to have in prisons. And we have our long-term staffing plans, a detailed list of every single department that will be needed to carry out this. We have our operations analysis, talking about the operations of STLCC over the past 3 years. And as you can see, they are in dire need of help. And their cash flow, again, proven that they are in trouble when it comes to what they bring in and what they spend. We have our sales analysis, breaking down the amount that has been used, the liabilities, assets, that's in that position, and we all see it going down. This needs to be fixed. And the risk. We have our risk. The risk are a few. I broke them down from internal, external, and technology risk, and talk about the risk agent and the risk statement of the process that we are going through. The forecast nationally for enrollment has actually increased, but because STLCC has done something wrong by laying off those teachers, their enrollment went down, unlike other colleges like Full Sail and just any other college. They all have went up during the pandemic, but STLCC has went down, and that is a problem. And as stated above, we talk about the risks, but here I tell you how to avoid them. I break it down for you so that you can see how to handle it when it happens and how to not have it happen. Then we talk about total quality control. How will this be processed? What do you need to have to make sure that you maintain that level of satisfaction that everyone is anticipating? Then we have the Sigma 6, which I don't understand how any organization can function without this. This is a very key fact. This is a key factor to STLCC because it lowers costs and it improves productivity. Then I talk about the process analysis from the student standpoint, what they will experience on their end and how this separation of departments helps the student and the teacher maintain privacy and expectations. And we have a conclusion where I conclude everything that I said just a while ago, which is basically the same thing. And then we have our references. So many references. I appreciate this process. This process has helped me open my eyes to this whole picture, and I pray that God continues to lead me in the right direction so that this can become a real event. Thank you for your time, and thank you for this class.